I see a lot of people online talking about how CoComelon and shows like it are not very good for our young children. And it makes me really happy to see that people are starting to realize that and that these ideas are beginning to circulate, because these shows are in fact bad for children, and they're quite literally designed to, harbor engagement and not at all to foster a child's development. So today I want to talk to you about how they refine their show to be as engaging as possible. There's a team of researchers that work closely with the team that creates CoComelon, where they implement a tool that they call the Distractitron, where they place a 2-year-old child in front of 2 TV screens, one of which is big and is playing a snippet from a CoComelon episode, and the other is much smaller and it is showing scenes from real life, such as somebody reading a book or pouring a cup of coffee. And what these researchers do is they observe this child, and every time that the child looks away from CoComelon to look at the other screen or anything else, they jot down a note so they know when to go back in the show and add another sound effect or increase the saturation or do something to prevent that from happening. So that is essentially training our children to not pay attention to the real world, to the mundane, and to instead fixate their attention on the supernormal stimuli, which is very bad for our children, and I predict will have very difficult consequences in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years when those children grow up. So I'm just very happy to see that we're beginning to talk about this, and I want to do my part of just continuing day after day to put it out there. I'll say it until people listen, because it's so important and it just needs to be out there. So if you're listening, thank you. And please try to share it with someone, because we need to do better.